So good evening and welcome to Freestyle Fitness Yoga on Mondays. Make sure that you've got enough room around you and that you feel physically fit to do the class. If you feel sick at any time or anything doesn't feel right, it probably isn't, so please stop. We are going to finish, as I said, with headstands. So again, if there's any reason you can't do it, just let me know and I'll show you an alternative. And if you're doing anything and it doesn't feel right, then swap again. So we're going to start off and bring ourselves to the mat and try and get rid of the day. Taking our hands down by our sides, bringing our shoulders back and down, tuck our chin in, close our eyes. Just breathe in through the nose and imagine blowing out a bubble. Now you can breathe into anywhere. There's no sort of wrong way to breathe in. You just want to make that breath out a little bit longer than the breath in, and taking it slowly through the mouth. And as you're breathing out, try and imagine all your stresses, all your worries just going away with that breath. We're going to take our hand behind our head, placing our finger at the base. Breathe in to look up. Breathe out to look down. 3 on each side. And let's change sides. So let's take it to our diagonal. So if we turn our foot out, we're going to breathe out to go down, breathe in to come back up. So the feet are facing in 2 different directions. I can't even move my finger around today. So we're tucking the chin down, we're going to breathe out, go down. And then breathing in to come back up. Let's do 2 more of these. do the other side. So we're going to take it into our back bend. Remember, your hand can be here, it can be a step further down, it's up to you. We're again going to breathe in to go back, breathe out to come forward. So working with our breath. Here we go. And let's take it to the other side. And bringing it back around. Lovely. So let's take it into our caterpillar, taking the feet apart, turn the feet out, pushing the hips, the chest back, breathe out, roll down, breathe in, come back up. Let's move with this, breathing out, breathing in. Let's do 2 more. And bring it all the way back up. I'm going to take it down a little. So we're taking it into our hips. So bringing our feet onto one side. We're taking our hip out and we're bringing it round in a circle. And then let's change feet. and bringing it down. So bringing ourselves onto our tiptoes. We're going to take our hands into fierce pose. So fierce hands in line with our shoulders. Coming up onto your tiptoes. Trying to keep the knees in line, keep the back nice and straight. Breathing out, sitting down. Breathing in, coming back up. So here we go. Breathe out, breathe in. Last one. And bring it back down. Brilliant, give yourself a nice shape. We're going to take it into our standing stick. So we're going to go forward, side and chair. Okay, we're going to go around in a circle. So I'm keeping it down on my feet because it's rather, my feet's more important than my head. So choose your leg. Lift your arm up, bring your weight onto that one leg. Pull your stomach muscles in. Reach forward as you breathe out. As you breathe in, come back up. Breathe out, rotate to the side. Breathe in, come back up. Bring the two hands up, sit down into an imaginary chair. Breathe in, come back up. Bring the hand down, move the weight to the other leg. Breathe out, move forward. Breathe in, come back up. Breathe out, move out to the side. Breathe in, come back up, both hands up. Breathe out, sit down into that imaginary chair. Here we go again. Reach it up, stretch back, bring the arms back down. So we're going to take it into our flow. So we're going to move with our arms. Taking our feet nice and wide. Turning the feet forward. If you need to, you can keep the hands on the hips, keep the chin tucked in. Make sure that the shoulders are pulling back, the back is nice and flat. You can take the arms out in front. This will add weight to the arms, it'll make it a little bit harder. You're going to lift the arms up, move over to one leg, bring the leg up into prayer, bring the hands to prayer. Push the knee out, lift the arms up, you can lift the leg off, step the leg out, reach the hands out. Push into the knee, but make sure the body's forward. Into warrior two. We're going to step up onto that front leg and lift the back leg, taking it into half moon pose. Try to stay nice and centre, not to roll forward. Ooh. Step back. From here, you're dropping the arms, dropping the knees, bringing it round, and you can take it into warrior. Now, you don't want your bum sticking back. You want to be nice and straight. You want the knees pulling out. You can move your hips if you want. Up to you. So, I'm going to drop it down to my feet. So here we go. From here, you're turning the feet in. You're reaching forward again. You're breathing in, lifting, and taking the arms round as you bring the foot in, and the hands to prayer. As the little arms lift, the leg lifts, and then we step out. We don't want to lean over, we want to keep nice and central. We can look over that front hand if we want. We're going to step up and then lift the foot, take it down into half moon. You can always have a block here if you want. We can bend the knee, drop back. The toes and the knees go out, the arms come round, and then if we want, like I said, you can move. But we won't have time to do any of that moving soon. So we're going to take it round. So lifting up and pushing back. We're lifting up, we're stepping across, bringing it to tree. Lifting and stepping. Stepping up and going forward. Bending the knee, coming back. Dropping the arms, turning the feet. Take it to Goddess. Reach the hands forward. Lift. Step in to tree. Lift the arm, lift the foot. Step out. Step up. And rotate to the side. Lovely. Bend the knee. Bring it to Goddess. And rotate. Lift up. Step in. Oh, I can't remember which way I've got. Oh, the other way, sorry. We're on our third one. It's because I start watching, I forget what I'm doing. Lifting, stepping. Reach, take it down. I'm cheating, I've got a block on this side. Bend the knee, reach back. take it forward. Lift up into tree. Stretch it up. Step out to warrior. Step in to half moon. Lift back to goddess. Okay, I'm not talking this time. Here we go. Last one. And bring it up, bring them hands down to prayer. Oh, Dawn, you wanted to go again? We can always go again if you want to. So, like I said, as it gets easier, it'll get nice and quick. I think we've got 3 weeks left of this year and of this session. So, hopefully, next week I won't have to talk. And we'll be able to do it all by ourselves. So we're going to take ourselves down onto the floor. But again, we go down nicely down. We're taking ourselves into a forward bend. Then jumping back to down dog. Come over to our hands. Drop ourselves down. Roll into cobra. And then push back to child, and just have a little chill there for a second. I'm going to make sure you can see me. I'm just going to drop that down a little. Hiya guys. Oh, I've lost you off there. So we're going to take it into side elbow plank. Now if you need to, put some extra padding underneath your arms if your elbows hurt. And you can have your hands in a fist, or you can have them flat down on the floor. It's whatever you prefer. They've got to be underneath your shoulders. So you don't want them out here. You don't want it in here. It has to be right underneath your shoulder. Now this bottom leg can be bent, and you can use that to help lift you up. Or you can take it straight legged and try and pull all the muscles in. You can have the hand here on your body. You can have the arm up here. You can have the hand over by your ear. It's anywhere you want to be. And we're going to hold it for 5 breaths, because you know we do it twice. Okay? So you choose your position. And if at any time you want to stop, you can do. But I'm going to do 5 breaths, and then I'll come out. Your breaths can be quick, or they can be slow, but they can be yours. Okay, here we go. So we're going to lift and hold it. Think about pulling your toes back so your feet are flexed. Squeezing them thighs together, squeezing them stomach muscles. And then bringing it back down. So we're going to change sides to the other side. Now the longer you hold this, the better it is. So your choice where your bottom leg is. But you want to flex them feet, pull the toes back, squeeze the knees and the feet together. Here we go. Breathe in, lift, hold. and bring it back down. Let's do one more on each side. So again, squeezing everything in, lift up. And let's change last time. And when you're ready, lift. And bringing it back down. So bring yourself up. Bring your hands so that you're giving yourself kind of a crisscross, and just bring your arms and your shoulders round in a circle. And then in the opposite direction. And relax. So we're going to take it into a dolphin plank, and I'll show you that, and then you can have a go, otherwise you're upside down. So again, if you need to, stick something underneath your arms for protection. You're bringing your elbows down. So again, your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Your hands can be together. I'm going to come up a bit closer so you can see my fingers. Now, your hands like this, but I find that if I do this, the two little fingers at the bottom, there's a lot of weight goes on them and it can be quite painful. So if you bring your little fingers and you bring them together like this, it makes a nice flat base for you to lean on. You can also do it with the top one as well, but you don't have to. That just makes it look really pretty. But as long as you'll find that one, I find that one better. Now, if you don't, go with whatever feels better for you. That's just something I found myself. So with this, you're having your elbows underneath your shoulders, lifting up, walking the feet in, you're pushing back and going forward. And you're coming backwards and forwards over your hand. Okay? So we're going to do 10 and have a rest, and then do 10 more. Okay? And we're every time you go forward, you breathe out. As you're pushing back, you're breathing in. If you find that your elbows start to slide, then you'll need to kind of strap them so that they stay in line. You can use your strap, your band, anything like that, a belt, anything to keep it in line. So we're going to do 10 and we're going to relax. So we're going to come to our knees, lift our knees off the floor, walk our feet in as much as we can. Then we're pushing our shoulders back, we're breathing out, going forward. And relax. So if you need to, again, just bring your arms up, do the same thing, just kind of give yourself a little cuddle, a little stretch of the elbows. That's just a kind of, just relax them a little. So we're going to go again. So bringing them down, walk your knees in, lift your bum up, push back, and here we go. Breathe out. And bring it down. Either curl back to child, Let your head relax. Take your arms, if you can, behind you, so that the elbows are relaxing up and your shoulders are dropping down. Again, that's just to make sure that the shoulders and that neck relaxes, because that was quite harsh on the neck. We're now going to do a neck strengthener. Make sure I've done everything. No, but it doesn't much better. So we're going to do a neck strengthener to build up the neck muscles. So with this, the same thing that we normally do at the beginning of the session, bringing our head forward. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to stop it with our hand. We're going to use the soft part of our hand on the hardest part of our head, so on our skull. Now, as you go to push forward or turn sideways, you go to push head forward, but you stop. So you're not going forward, you're just pushing against it. But you're looking all the way down to the floor. So using them eye muscles and stretching those at the same time. So sitting up straight, place your hand on your head, breathe out, try and tuck your chin down, but push with the hand. Look down to the floor. Feel the muscles through the back of the neck, through the front of the neck working. Feel the muscles through the shoulders and the arms working. And relax. So we're going to take the head backwards, but again we're going to use our hands or our arms to stop. And we're going to get our eyes to look up as far as they can go. So we're going to try and push our head up, but pull up with our hands. Look up with the eyes. Feel the muscles again through them arms, the shoulders, the neck, all working. You should feel it right through the shoulder blades, right down the back. And relax. Turn back to sideways. So we're going to tilt our head to the side, but again we're going to stop it. Soft part of the hand on the hardest part around the head here. You're going to try and look down, push your head forward, but you're again going to stop it here. With your hand, your eyes, you're going to try and look down to the floor just past your knees. So here we go. Push the head, look with the eyes. And relax. So let's try the other side. So again we're going to push, but nothing should move. It should be the head in the same place. You're just opposing, so you're yinging and yanging with your head and your hand, but still stretching them muscles through the eyes. Most of the time we kind of only lose our neck in one direction, and we tend to just move our head instead of moving our eyes. So again, we don't work them eye muscles. And again, relax. So we're going to try and turn, but again, we're going to stop. We're turning our fingers backwards so that our fingers are facing behind the head, to the back of the head. We're going to try and turn, but we're going to look through our elbow. So we're turning, trying to turn our head, but we're looking through here. But again, the head doesn't actually move. And then relax. And let's do the other side. So turn the fingers round to the back and try and turn the head, look through your arm. And then relax. So now to get into headstand, we have to take everything very slowly. If you're not used to going upside down, then that rush of blood to your head is going to be very weird, and it can make you also panic because it feels as if your nose is about to start burst out of blood. It feels like your eyes are about to pop out of your head. It's really quite strange, your whole body going upside down. So we're going to do it in stages. We're going to first try and do so that we realise that our arms are going to be doing a lot of the work and our head's going to be lifting off. So I'm going to show you first. So don't do it, watch first so that I can watch you when you're doing it. Otherwise, you don't want to have your head down and trying to turn your head. So again, if anybody comes out of any of the doors in your house, try to ignore them, especially if your head's on the floor. Don't turn the head. Try to use them eyes like we've just been doing. You can use your eyes to move around and you don't have to move your head whatsoever. But you don't want to move your head while your head is on the floor. So the first bit, I'm going to turn my thing the other way around so you can see what's happening. I'm going to literally get you to put your head on the floor and then lift your head off the floor. So you're bringing your hands in this position. Again, you're bringing it into like a triangle and your head's going at the back. You're placing your head down, lifting up, and then you're pushing into your elbows to lift your head off the floor. When you come out, stay here for a bit. Make sure if you're up there for 3 seconds, you stay here for 6 seconds, and you curl back up very, very slowly. That way it gives your body a chance to make sure that their head goes up. Did you see that at home? Could you see where my head was? Yeah, yeah. Okay then, have a go at that. So hands down, head down, lift, and then try and lift your head off the floor and then place it down. Lift off. Lovely. Good. Lovely. So remember, take your time, Dawn, to come out, stay down. Even if I start talking, you stay where you are. All I need is your ears. You don't need to see me. You just need to hear me. I won't move until I do anything else until you're back up, until I can see you back up again. So as you feel, you will notice that it starts to come down on your head. We're going to try and move in a little bit closer. Walk our legs in. So again, watch first before you do it. Take your time to come up, take your time. There's no rush, I will watch you. So again, the head's down. You're on your head, you're pushing into the elbows as well. So your head's on the floor, but it's not so much. Walk the legs in as close as you can. And all you're trying to do is to pull them in towards your belly. Nothing more. You're just trying to pull them in towards your belly. And back down. And again, come down, relax. So have a go. So like I said, it's just taking your time with everything. Try to make sure majority of the weight's into the arms and the shoulders rather than the top of the head. And then just walking your feet in a little closer towards the body. You'll get to a point where you can't go any further. Don't jump, don't jump. You never jump in headstand, you only ever step. You're on your neck, you want to be very, very careful. Any injury here is life-threatening. So you take your time, you step into everything. And remember to stay down now, because you've put more weight. The minute you lift your foot off the floor, you've put more weight into that head than you did it the first time when your 2 feet were on the floor. So take your time. When you're ready, just come back up to seated so that you can look to see the next bit. But take your time, take your time. Like I said, I won't do anything until I see you both sitting up. Lovely. Now for the next bit, you may need a wall just to be on the safe side. So I've got my wall. Now it's always best to have a wall, because if you do fall, at least you hit the wall. And like I said, with headstand, you never, ever, 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 ever jump. You only ever step. And you'll know, your body will tell you when it's ready. If it's not ready, don't force it, because again, you don't want to do any injury to your neck. It's the most sensitive part of your body. Always step into it, never jump. So I'm going to do it against the wall, because again, in case I slam into it. You're walking in, you'll get to a point where you can get your foot up. You do one, then you do the other, and you should be right on your tiptoe, and it should be as if your foot just wants to lift. Do you see, I went backwards because I'm talking at the same time, so I'm not concentrating. But it's the same principle. As you walk in, you'll get to that your tiptoe is right on the floor, and it should just lift off the floor and pull it. And that's about as far as you want to go. But like I said, because I keep talking, I keep losing my balance. Again, always stay down. And roll up very gently. Thank you. So like I said, your body will tell you, it'll either say you won't be able to lift that foot, but don't jump. Just get to a point where it wants to walk up. Your body will always let you know when it's ready. It'll also tell you when it's not. Fear is always the hardest thing to get over as well. The majority of this is fear, more than anything else. Just walking your feet in, and like I said, just lifting, trying to lift one foot up towards your bum. Have it towards your bum, don't have it up in the air, put it right in towards the chest. So you're squeezing the leg in towards the chest. You're like doing child but upside down. I wish I could be there. And don't worry, no, don't worry. Like I said, I prefer to do this when I'm there, because I can hold your hips, because majority of the time is you feel as your body starts to go forward, forward, you feel as if you're going to fall. But it isn't. It's actually pulling your body into the right shape. So majority of the time, you're kind of in this position and you're trying to pick your feet up here. And as you do that, it'll push your body up. But it's that pushing that gets scary. But it tends to bring you here. And so when I'm there, I hold your hips and pull you towards me. And once I do that, most people's legs just fly in the air. It's called an uplifting, and it really does feel like an uplifting. But never jump. I know it's tempting, so tempting to skip your foot up, but not for this. Handstand, yes, but not for this one. We have to step up. So bring yourself back down. Have a resting child. Let your blood come down. Let your body relax. The more you do it, the more your shoulders, your arms, your body, your head, your neck are all saying to you, okay, I'm okay, it didn't kill me. And so the next time you do it, it'll feel a little bit easier, a little bit more relaxed with it. And like I said, the majority of it, I'm going to stretch out your shoulders now, don't worry. The majority of it has got to do with fear. All of it's got to do with fear. That's all it is. So, we're going to bring ourselves back to our seated position. And we're going to do them neck stretches that we do at the beginning, but we're going to give our hands a little help. So we're going to bring our chin down, grab our head and just give it a little pull. And that should feel beautiful. We're going to release the hands and bring the head up. We're going to tilt the head to the side and give it a little pull. And bring it back up. We're going to let our head go back and stick our chin in the air. We're going to bring it down, bring our head to the other side and give it a pull. That's it. And bring it up. And turn our head, try and screw it on a little bit tighter. And release. Let's bring it round the other side. Screw it on a bit tighter. And bring it back round. So we're going to have to stretch out our shoulders. They've done quite a bit today. So you're going to lie down on your belly and you're going to have your arms out flat, palms flat down. You're going to turn and look down towards your left hand. Sorry, your other one. You're going to look down towards your right hand with your left hand flat down. You're going to use your right hand to roll yourself onto your side. If you can, you bring the leg the right leg up and place it flat on the floor in front, or bring it behind. And you'll feel that stretch through the chest, through the shoulders. And then we're going to roll down. You're going to stretch out your right hand palm down. Look towards your left. Use your left hand to push you over to the side. If you can lift the leg up, you lift it at the front or the back. And you're kind of using the knee as you're lifting to lift you and push you over. And let's do one more on each side. Stretch the arm out. Roll. Take it over the other side. And let's change sides. Bring it back onto your belly. Bring yourself up onto your elbows. Slide one hand under so the palms are going up this way. And then you're letting your head drop down. So you'll feel this open in the shoulder blades at the back. So let's lift ourselves back onto our elbow. Whichever elbow is at the front, you're going to take that to the back, bring the back one to the front, and slide them back out again. This is shoestring. And again, we're lifting, but this time we're going to roll onto our back. So taking yourself into corpse position, make sure you're nice and warm, relax yourself down, and jump around because I'm freezing, I'm so cold. So let the body lie down. Either bend the knees if you find that you hurt your back, or let the legs stay in corpse pose. Letting the palms turn over. Making sure that the face is relaxed and the jaw's relaxed. That you're holding no tension in the shoulders or the arms or the fingers. That the stomach's relaxed. The bum, the thighs, the feet. So you're again just watching that breath, trying to make the out breath a little bit longer than the in breath. And as you're breathing out, just trying to imagine everything, all worries or stresses, illnesses, just passing out of the body with that breath. Feel the relaxing with every out breath. We're going to bring our thoughts towards our feet. And as we breathe in, we're going to squeeze our feet, squeeze our toes, push our heels into the floor. But then as you breathe out, I want you to feel that relax through the feet, through the heels, through the ankles. With your next breath in, I want you to squash your calves right down into the floor. Pull the toes back to engage them, squeeze them, stretch them as much as you can. But then as you breathe out, let them relax. With the next breath in, bring the thoughts into the knees and again engage them toes, pull them back. Try and straighten the knees as much as you can. Push the backs of the knees down into the floor. And as you're breathing out, let the knees and everything relax. With the next breath, think about your thighs. Squeeze your thigh muscles. Imagine squeezing them together, squeezing your bum, squeezing them sides, pulling that pelvic floor. Tighten everything as much as you can on your breath in. And then as you breathe out, let it all relax. So again, bring that pelvic floor in again, but not the legs, not the bum. Squeeze the pelvic floor. As you're breathing in, squeeze it tight, the back and the front. And then as you're breathing out, let the pelvic floor relax. Think of the abdominal muscles and the waist, and again squeeze the abdominal muscles, not the pelvic floor, just the abdominals. Squeeze the abdominals. Think about the waist, trying to squeeze that in at the back as well. And then as you're breathing out, let the abdominals, let the waist relax. Bring the thoughts into the chest, so try to squeeze the chest muscles, not the abdominals, just the chest, underneath the arms and the back, on the breath in. And then on the breath out, relax the muscles around the chest and the arms and the back. Bring the thoughts into the fingers, so make a fist, squeeze your fist, bend the elbows, bring the fists up towards the shoulder, tighten up the arms, the shoulders, the fingers, the forearms, squeezing them as you're breathing in. And then as you're breathing out, let them all relax. thoughts into your face. So squeeze your jaws, squeeze your teeth together, screw your face up, squeeze your eyes together, push your head down into the floor, squeeze the neck. And as you breathe out, let everything relax. So knowing the difference between tensing and relaxing is wonderful for the body. And then just again see how that breathing is, how your body's feeling. Is there any tension anywhere in the body? If there is, again, go to that area where you feel tense and squeeze it on your breath in. Relax it on your breath out. Stay nice and relaxed. But start to feel that movement through the toes and into the heels, and the ankles, into the knees and the hips, stomach and the chest, the shoulders, the elbows, wrists and fingers, and neck and head. Take the arms above the head, and as you breathe in, stretch your fingers in one direction, stretch your toes in the other. And as you breathe out, let the body relax. Big breath in again, reach one hand and then the other. And again, when you're ready, breathe out and relax. Pull the knees up towards your chest and roll them around in a circle. Massaging that lower back. And then let's take them in the opposite direction. Roll yourself onto your side. Just make sure that you feel okay. And then when you're ready, bring yourself up to seated. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.